Hello everyone. Here I have taken a topic of the genetics and I am going to present this topic from the Access Institute, Patiala. As we all know from the junior classes, which are what is genes, what is alleles, and as we know, the gene is a hereditary unit or a segment of a DNA that is transferred to the offspring from the parents, and the alleles are the two alternating characteristics or the trait of a gene on the homologous pair of a chromosome which is present. And we all know from the previous knowledge that there are the traits of this homozygous condition is present, heterozygous condition is present, which is represented by capital T, and heterozygous condition is represented by capital T small t. So let us come on the main topic, which is the type of crosses: monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, and trihybrid cross. In the case of monohybrid cross, we just first perform a cross between a homozygous capital T and small t, which is recessive forms, right? In the monohybrid cross, after performing the cross, we get the first generation F1, that we get capital T small t all, which represents that all the progenies or offspring will be tall. In this case, the phenotypic ratio, which represents how many tall or a short or what kind of trait is present, in this we represent in the kind of ratio. So in case of the phenotypic ratio, here it is 4:0, and the genotypic ratio is also 4:0. Let us cross it these heterozygous offspring genome again for getting the second generation, that is F2 is T, capital T small t and capital T small t. After crossing or with the help of a cross and or a Punnett square, we get the phenotypic ratio 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Remember this, these two ratios will going to be help in solving these both crosses with the help of a formula which we will be going to use. एंड इन डायहाइब्रिड क्रॉस अगर हम बात करें तो इसके अंदर हम दो ट्रेड्स लेते होते हैं एट अ टाइम, बट इन द केस ऑफ मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस हम एक ही ट्रेड को लेते हैं एट अ टाइम, राइट? इन केस ऑफ डायहाइब्रिड क्रॉस हमने जैसे क्रॉस करवा के देख लिया, लाइक इन द सेम एज केस इन द मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस, हमें F1 जनरेशन जो हमारी पहली जनरेशन हमें मिली, उसके अंदर हमें मिला टोटल जो हमारे पास जीनोम मिला, दैट इज capital T small t and capital P and small p. Here the capital P is representing second trait which we have taken in the dihybrid cross, that is purple color capital P and white color small p. Okay, in the F2 generation we cross it again, which is the same scenario as such of the monohybrid cross. We make the Punnett square, and after doing all these we get the ratio, that is phenotypic ratio, which we get is 9:3:1. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we have written 9:3:1, but actually it is 9:3:3:1, right? And the genotypic ratio, let's see how will it find with the formula. And as we know, in trihybrid cross we take 3 traits at a time. In dihybrid cross, as we have taken 2 traits, now in trihybrid cross we will take 3 traits which we have considered in this case, that is height of a plant, that is T, and P is a purple color like in the dihybrid cross. And now with the third trait which we have taken is the position of a flower, that is axial in position and in terminal position. The axial position is capital A and the terminal position is represented by small a. Now let us come on the main formula or a trick, we can say the trick, which will help in this getting on the genotypic ratio, or we can find it without making the Punnett square of trihybrid cross also and of dihybrid cross also. The formula is 3:1 raised to power n. N is representing the will be used, for example in case of dihybrid cross the n will be 2. So here we just take 3:1 cross 3 is to 1. So 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. We get 9 is to 3 is to 1. The answer is minus 2 3 is to 3 is to 1, which is same as phenotypic ratio which is present in the case of dihybrid cross, and the genotypic ratio which we get in the monohybrid cross, which I have already told you that to remember this and it will helpful. We take it 1 is to 2 is to 1 raised to power n. In the case of dihybrid cross, we take n is equal to 2. The ratio which we get 1 is to 2 is to 1 cross 1 is to 2 is to 1. The ratio which we get is 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 4 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1. This is the genotypic ratio which has left earlier for just explaining to with the help of formula. Let us solve one question which I have taken to make the understand concept more clear. If we consider it the question which is 118, that is, if the number of the heterozygous genes pair involved in the particular cross is 3, the phenotypic ratio obtained in their F2 generation will be. So let us solve this question with that same trick which we have used here. This question will be solved with the help of, here they have asked the phenotypic ratio. So let us use this formula, 3 is to 1 raised to the power n, take 3, and now we will get the ratio 3 is to 1 cross 3 is to 1 cross 3 is to 1. After multiplying this, and we get the answer 27 is to 9 is to 9 is to 9 is to 3 is to 3, and it's 1. So the answer will be second will be the answer. So if you like this video, please share, and thank you.